Tell Philip those financial reports must be turned in by noon tomorrow. I realize it's Easter Sunday, but unfortunately there's nothing I can do about the calendar. We should have thought about that before we didn't have the reports ready. And happy Easter to you. Can you believe Philip didn't get those reports done? And on top of that, he attempted to use Easter weekend as an excuse. Something about spending time with his family. What's wrong? What's this world coming to? There, how
Beautiful.
dang right I do.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Mimi's about to show her Easter dress. Be sure to go on and on about it. Ready?
Well, what do you think?
Oh, beautiful. You'll be the most beautiful girl in church.
What he said.
It's an original design by beauty. There isn't another one like it in all the world.
Everyone will be talking about your style. That is the goal, right?
Of course it's the goal, silly boy. Virginia hasn't modeled yet.
Not yet.
That girl is purposefully keeping me in suspense.
What do you mean?
We never show each other what we're wearing until Easter Sunday morning.
You two are so competitive.
I'm not competitive. I find if anything she wears, as long as mine looks better.
Just like you don't see Oswald being competing in normal group.
That's because you two don't have Fantasia Golding watching every movie.
Who's Fantasia Gold?
She attends our church, silly Willie. She thinks we don't notice how she's always checking out all the girls' wardrobes in church.
No.
She sure does. She's making notes on what we're wearing and who we're sitting next to.
You don't say.
Every Sunday.
Oh, you two don't have any sympathy for anyone at all.
Okay, is everyone ready?
Here she comes. Now, no matter how much you like my dress or hers, don't let it show. We don't know her feelings.
We'll try to be tactful.
Ready, Virginia?
Well, what do you think?
They're speechless.
Two women who can't talk. You know, this might not be a bad Easter after all.
Petunia, your dress.
Mimi, your dress.
They're talking.
I knew it was too good to last.
Mimi, what are you doing wearing my dress?
Your dress? You march back in there and change this instant.
I was about to suggest you the same thing.
It's Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
I am not changing.
I am not changing.
Good because there isn't time. We need to get going before all the good parking spots are taken.
Have you lost your mind, Oswald? You know the girls like to make an entrance.
It doesn't look as though we'll be making an entrance at all.
What do you mean?
You don't think we can attend an Easter service wearing the same dress, do you?
Then one of you will have to change.
Did you hear that, Mimi? One of us will have to change.
He was talking to you.
Good grief. Okay, look. You can draw straws or matches. The short straw or match will have to change. Agreed?
Well,
I guess that will be alright.
Good. Now here. Petunia, you draw.
Why does she get to draw first?
Okay, Mimi, you draw.
why does she get to draw first?
For Pete's sake.
Yeah, for my sake.
Quiet down, Pete.
Mimi, you can draw.
I'll take this one. No, I'll take this one. Wait.
Mimi. Come on.
I won.
Okay, Mimi, go change and hurry up, please.
I'll have to wear something I've already worn.
So,
Fantasia will be watching.
Fantasia Golding will get over it.
This will be the worst Easter in the history of the world.
You girls are so worried about what Fantasia Golding thinks of you.
Tell me, Petunia, do you even know what last Sunday's sermon was about?
Of course I do. It was on. Why don't you mind your own business?
Oswald, you're just as bad. The only reason you've been going to church lately is because we're hoping to get that contract.
His name is Mr. Crandall, and if I get that contract, he'll win a big bonus over.
Aha! See, you're just as bad.
So what? Pete only goes to church to flirt with that one girl in the queue in front of us.
Her name is Cassandra. I mean, I do not.
We're all hypocrites. We're all hypocrites, so we might as well admit it.
Mimi, hurry up, please. It's Easter Sunday and church will be packed.
I need one more look at my hair.
Both of you move out of the way so I can look how I look in my new dress.
straighten up and act like somebody.
Besides, mistletoe is for Christmas, not Easter.
As long as I get some sugar, I don't care what day it is. Grandma, Taylor, Elkin, what are you doing in the city?
Well, it's like this, Cousin Petunia. Y'all are always coming out in Cricket County to spend time with us.
You can get your grubby little hands on our money.
So we thought at least we could do is come spend Easter with y'all.
Now that you mention it, did you happen to bring any money with you?
Petunia.
Well, they have millions, and you certainly can tell by looking at them they aren't sure spending any of it.
You're just mad because Uncle Zeke didn't leave you any of his land chock full of coal mines, diamond mines, and oil fields.
Please don't remind me. I feel a migraine coming on.
Grandma said we could be waiting forever for an invitation, and that we should just come on out and surprise you.
Surprise! We already have a surprise festa.
Oh, well, I mean, it's just that, well...
What Pete means is that we're really not prepared for company.
Heck, we ain't company, we kinfolk. Right, because like we say in the country, if it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it must be time for supper, and I bet your dollar we're having duck.
Of course, your family, and we're glad to see you as always.
Unfortunately, it seems we're a victim of bad timing. We were just about to head off to church services.
Have mercy. Did you hear that, Clem? They're heading off to Easter services.
Dread dog, tell them, Fester.
You mean I get to tell them?
Duty orders.
Guess what? We're going to church with y'all.
Surprise! Don't that just boil your grits? I bet y'all ain't never had as many surprises in one day.
Excuse us for one moment, please. What are we going to do?
If they show up at church with us, what will Mr. Prindle think?
The sender won't give me the time of day if she sees him with us.
Fantasia will never let us live it down.
Okay, follow my lead. We would love to have you go to Easter services with us, but unfortunately we're already running a little late and we don't have the time for you to change.
Change?
Yes, ma'am, into your church clothes.
Silly boy, this is our church clothes.
We had them made up special for Easter Sunday.
Don't they dress up fancy like this in the city?
You know what I just thought about?
What did you just think about, Petunia?
We all forgot about Easter lunch.
But we always eat over at the,
You're absolutely right, Petunia, dear. We forgot all about Easter lunch. Drat it all.
Whatever are we gonna do?
If only we had someone to stay here and cook Easter lunch while we run off to the service.
If only we knew someone who runs a diner and has lots of experience cooking for lots of people. You know, someone who's in the cooking business.
Honey, how can I help think of somebody with all that gabbing you're doing in my ear?
Hold on there, cotton picking minute. Grandma's used to cooking for lots of people.
yeah, she runs your very own diner.
Oh, Grandma Taylor, that's so nice of you to offer.
What did I offer?
To stay here and cook Easter lunch for us while we're at church.
Did I do that?
But we can't leave Grandma here all by herself while the rest of us go to church.
That wouldn't be nice at all.
You're right, of course. Someone would need to stay here and help her. I wonder who.
Handy in the kitchen. Hint, hint.
Yeah, hint, hint.
Everybody just hold your horses a minute. I was looking forward to going to Easter service this morning.
That's just it, Grandma Taylor. You can still worship at a church.
And how do you figure that?
Our worship service is broadcast on television on Sunday afternoons. You can watch it on our 75-inch TV screen.
We even offer 3D glasses so you can right there in the worship center.
Well, okay, if you like my cooking that much.
Good girl.
I can't wait to taste it.
It will be delicious. I just know it. You'll love Grandma's cooking.
Yeah, in Cricket County, she was voted Cook of the Year for the month of April. And don't fret none, Grandma will be glad to help.
Like I said, we're real domestic.
I'm just like the girl next door.
If you happen to live next door to a dog pound.
All right, is everyone ready now?
You forgot about Mimi.
She'll go ballistic if she knows they're here. Hold on a second, Mimi.
Grandma Taylor, the kitchen is right through there.
Come on, family, let's take a gander at her fancy kitchen.
Right through that door. That's right.
You're not, here I come. Well,
Mimi, that's my dress.
I know,
But I haven't worn it yet.
I know.
You can't wear my dress before I wear my dress.
It was your idea that I changed, remember?
Under the circumstances, I figured
Besides, we'll be late if we don't get going.
What's this?
Okay, everybody, let's go to church.
Amy, stay calm, please.
But,
Oh, howdy, Cousin Mamie. I didn't see you standing there. Cousin Oswald. Grandma was wondering where the wood is for the stove.
There is no wood, Fester.
Oh, man. It's not there ain't no wood!
How in Sam Hill do you expect me to cook without wood for a stove?
It's electric.
Land sakes alive, if it ain't old Moo Moo. Happy child, Easter. Happy Easter, child. I do love that dress. Happy child, you look like one of them there movie stars.
I do?
She does.
Grandma, how much flour do we need to deep fry? Land sakes alive, Cousin Mimi. Woo! Do I sure love that Easter dress. You're prettier than a deer standing in the middle of a field who gets shot, gutted, and stuffed. Then put on somebody's fireplace.
Now that's pretty.
I am. I'm pretty.
She's pretty.
Brenda May, come on running and take a gander.
What is it, Brenda May?
It's Cousin Mimi, and look at that dress she's wearing.
My, oh my. That is some pretty goods, Cousin Mimi. You're prettier than a deer sitting in the middle of the field.
I already told her that one.
Hold on a minute, everyone. What about my Easter dress?
Bless her heart.
Well, you hate to rush everyone, but the old clock is ticking right along.
Wait a minute. Are they coming to church with us?
No, Mimi, they've been kind enough to stay the night and cook dinner while we go to church.
Thank goodness.
What?
What she means is, thank goodness someone thought about the Easter meal.
Grandma, we'll see you after the preaching. Let's go, Cousin Oswald.
I'm sorry, but where do you think you're going?
You don't expect us men folk to help cook, do you?
Car safe, dog, Fester. Everybody in the free world knows that cooking is women's work.
But I cook all the time.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, y'all can stay here and help Grandma, and we'll go to church with the woman folk.
Would everyone just please wait a minute? Now it's clear to see that someone needs to stay here and help Grandma Taylor by setting the table and lighting the candles and all of that.
Right as rain. Elkin, you and Fester can stay here and help me get everything ready.
Okay, as long as I don't have to put on no apron.
You silly folk get a move on or you won't get to hear any preaching at all.
Ain't nobody going to be doing anything except looking at how pretty Cousin Mimi is in her fancy Easter dress.
Yeah, 'cause like we say in the country, when you dress up the fried supper, the rest of the animals just can't hold a candle.
And I ain't never saw a more prettier heifer in all my born days.
So, we'll see you all after church then?
And thanks again for your help with the food.
Now off you go. Have a good time. We'll have the meal all ready when you get back. There you go. Bye now.
Grandma, I'm a little surprised you're taking all this so lightly. I never thought in a million years you would ever miss Easter Sunday.
And we ain't gonna miss it this year, neither.
We're going to watch it on TV later today. Golly, you've been really worried. It's like you figured out something.
Yep, we're going live and in person.
What do you mean, Grandma?
Let's take everything. Well, I wanted it to be a surprise, so I did everything real secret. Well, late last night after everybody left my diner, I cooked up a whole slew full of bills, covered them up in bowls, and hid them in the back of the pickup truck.
What do you mean the whole Easter dinner in the back of our truck?
Well, let's take everything out of the truck, put it in the kitchen, and everything will be ready and warmed up when we get back from church.
So we do get to go to church with our city cousins? I get to sit by Cousin Oswald.
I want to sit by them too.
So we'll wait till they get seated in the pew, and we'll walk right up in and shout, "Surprise!"
Yay!
But wait,
Oh, let's check out our Easter bonnets.
never fear, Grandma's here.
I can't wait to see the surprised look on their faces.
Well, family, shall we go to church?
Up from the gravy road.
When the mighty tremors flows.
actually happened. They came to our church.
They sat with us.
They shouted,
Surprise!
They sat with us.
They volunteered to recite an Easter poem.
They sat with us.
Esther actually stood up in front of our church and recited a poem he wrote for Easter.
Fantasia Golding saw them.
Mr. Kringle saw them.
Beautiful Cassandra saw them.
There, Mimi. It will be all right.
No, it will never be all right again as long as I live.
How can we ever face our pastor again?
We'll just have to move to another city. It's that simple.
Somewhere far, far away from the judgmental eyes of Fantasia Golding.
What made Fester think he could just stand up in the middle of a sacred service and recite an Easter poem that he wrote?
There he was, standing there in that atrocious hillbilly wear, reciting that rustic verse surrounded by the most sophisticated, wealthy, and intelligent parishioners in the city.
But the worst part, the very worst part of the whole ordeal, is when everyone realized they were in class.
Someone get it, I'm too weak.
Hello? Oh, hello, Pastor Green. It's Pastor Green. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Well,
Pete, what did Pastor Green say?
Well, he said, is this Peter? And I said, yes, sir. He said, is your family? And I said, yes, sir. He said, would it be all right if my wife and I pay you a visit? And I said, yes, sir. He said, we're on our way. And I said, thank you, sir. And that's when I went.
Pete, what were you thinking?
It can't come here.
The hillbillies will be back at any minute.
Okay, everyone just stay calm. We don't know why the pastor of the most prestigious mega church with our most beautiful stained glass windows in the city is coming over. Pete, when you talked to him, did he sound mad?
No, he didn't sound mad.
There, you see?
He sounded furious.
I'll lock that door.
Everyone in the car, we have to get out of here.
Okay, we can't run away from after telling the pastor we're here. It isn't ethical. It isn't moral.
What do we do?
We lie. We'll explain that these hobos came into the worship services from off the street pretending they knew us.
Do you think it will work?
Of course it'll work. What do you think I have up here in my head?
It sounds pretty hollow to me.
Get the door.
Silly boy, you locked the door by mistake.
Sorry, Grandma Taylor. Come in. Kid Oswald, it's sure is a good thing we was there to liven up your church today.
Bless y'all's heart, I ain't never been to something more boring in all my born days.
I don't know how to put this, but your church was as cold as a mother-in-law's kiss.
Yes, sir. It was pretty as all get out, but it sure was hot.
But Fester, you stood up and recited a poem without permission. That is presumptuous.
I'm glad you liked it. Much obliged.
Much obliged. Much obliged? Much obliged?
You're welcome.
Oswald, I can't stand it a minute longer.
Maybe just settle down.
But Grandma Taylor, you promised you were going to stay here and cook Easter lunch for us.
That's our second surprise. We brought all the food up with us, and it won't take but a second to warm up.
Surprise! Mister, I think we done said surprise enough.
Well, the distinguished pastor and his wife are on the way right now for a visit.
That ain't no problem. We'll just set 2 extra plates.
Emily, can I see you a moment, please?
We cannot allow our illustrious pastor to see the hillbillies.
He'll know for sure they're really part of our family.
Well, let's keep them in the kitchen. Elkin, the preacher is coming over.
That ain't good at all.
How was the basin?
And bound to ask us if we like the service.
Well, tell them that. Oh, tell them that sitting through the service was like washing paint dry.
We do no such thing. Remember what Mama always taught us. If you can't say nothing nice, keep your trap shut.
Right. If he brings up this boring sermon, we just don't say nothing.
Say nothing. Got it?
All right, Operation Keep Them in the Kitchen is now underway.
Operation Zip Your Lips starts now.
Well, Grandma Taylor, my stomach sure is rumbling.
We can't wait to sink our teeth into some of them there vivid
it would be starting lunch. That was a little joke.
Even though that joke wasn't a bit funny, don't fret none. We just gotta warm it up, except for the biscuits. I couldn't make them at that time.
Take all the time you need then. We're all that hungry.
I thought you were just as funny, Cousin Oswald.
We was laughing on the inside.
Really, we've got to keep
There they are. I think I might faint.
I think I heard a cowbell ring. I didn't know you already scattered.
It's the doorbell, Fester. The bell means someone is at the door. I'll get it. Go on. That's it.
Awful. Get the door.
Why me? I'm certainly not going to answer.
For heaven's sakes, I'll answer. Everyone sit down and act normal. Hello, hello. What an honor to have you in our humble little home. Welcome.
May we come in?
Oh, I'm sorry. Of course you may come in. How rude of me. Won't you come in? Look, Oswald is Pastor Green and his gracious wife. I love that dress.
Thank you, and I do love your dress.
Oh, this'll fit. I wear it.
Come on, Pastor. May I take your jacket?
Well, I'm not wearing a jacket, but we're not staying long.
Have a seat, won't you?
To be quite honest with you, this visit, how shall I say, is quite awkward.
Awkward, sir?
It's about your visit to the church today.
You must mean those hillbillies this morning. You thought they were with us? No, sir. We've never seen them before.
You haven't?
Oh, no. Just wondered in.
We couldn't have very well asked him to leave, could we?
Of course not.
It's just that, well, at the first church at stained glass, we pride ourselves in. It's just that people like that, I'm not sure they fully appreciate the way that we do things, if you know what I mean. I do tend to use lavish wording in my sermons. They probably wouldn't understand the word I said.
We're afraid that could result in confusion for them.
The Bible does say that God is the author of confusion. 1 Corinthians 14:33.
You're absolutely right, Pastor Green. Simpletons off the street would be lost trying to keep up with your sophisticated prattle of rhetoric sermons.
Oh, I'm glad you understand.
And it does make us feel better that you understand where we're coming from.
No worries. I'm sure we'll never hear from those poor souls again.
Oh dear, what was that noise?
Amy, did you remember to tie,
The dog.
Right.
the dog? You tie up the dog.
Huh? I bet he got loose. Come on, Mimi. We'll go check on the dog.
That silly dog is always knocking things over.
I happen to be an avid dog lover.
What's the dear thing's name?
Bob.
Rover.
His full name is Rover Bob.
Why does it root Bob?
So cute, maybe see him.
I wouldn't go in there if I were you.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Tell you what, I'll bring Rover Bob in here. He needs to get out of the kitchen anyways.
I've always said, if you can't stand the heat, stay out of the kitchen.
Don't help me, Pete. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm afraid Rover Bob is sleeping. Maybe you could meet him next time you stop by.
Oswald, Fester told me to tell you.
Not now, maybe.
Who is Fester?
Oh, that's the name of my dog.
I thought you said his name was Rover Bob.
Fester is our other dog.
Sit, Fester, sit!
You said Fester told me. So this Fester dog talks?
Well,
Something strange is going on here.
Isn't Fester the name of that hillbilly who started that dreadful drama this morning?
I hear somebody calling. Oh, howdy. Y'all must have been the ones at the door when we heard the bell ring. I thought you was a cow. I thought you was a cow. Could you please ask whoever in the kitchen to come out here?
yes, sir.
Don't blame them, sir. They really didn't mean any harm.
Dear, I'm afraid of them.
What in tarnation is going on? I've got to get these vittles on the table.
cleaning up the mess I made.
What's the matter, cousin Oswald?
Pastor Green, Mrs. Green, I'd like you to meet Fester, Elkin, Brenda May, Ginger May, and Grandma. Our family from Jericho County.
This explains a lot, doesn't it? The first thing I want to clarify is this. Are you, or are you not, the rabble-rousers who intruded upon my morning Lenten celebration by hastening your entry and discoursing such a rustic elegy as the one you recited in my sacred pulpit? Explain that.
First, explain what you just said.
Aha! Just what I thought. Someone who cannot appreciate the fine art of syntax construction. Do you know? What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Tippenheimer?
Look, if you're mad just because I wasn't invited to Easter vigils, just hold on to your britches. I'll set a couple extra plates.
Excuse me.
Hello, Pastor Green?
Yes, what is it?
Sir, it's Mr. Quest, church treasurer.
I'll have to call you back. I'm in the middle of something.
I think you won't hear this.
Very well, what is it?
That hillbilly, the one who recited the poem this morning, wasn't his last name Taylor?
I don't remember. Excuse me, sir, but do you have any idea?
About what?
Taylor, sir. Pastor Taylor. Taylor, that's right. Why are you asking?
We were counting the offering from this morning's service and came across a check.
Please get to the point.
Pastor, this check was written for $50,000.
What's so special about $1,000?
No, sir, this check was written for $50,000 and it was signed by Elkin Taylor.
Elkin Taylor?
Yes, sir.
I took it upon myself to conduct a little research on his family. It seems they were at the receiving end of a large inheritance left to them by a late uncle. They're worth millions.
Thank you for the information.
Pastor, how can you ever forgive us for deceiving you this way?
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. I was just saying what a privilege it was to have you and your precious family at our humble little parish this morning.
A privilege. Dear, what are you saying?
I'm saying we would love to break bread with these fine people this Lord's Day.
But sir, if you would only allow me to explain, you would?
Well, you sure took your sweet time saying so. I gotta get back in the kitchen.
You shouldn't be working so hard on this beautiful Easter day if you're a guest.
And would you mind telling me how all the food is gonna get on the table?
My wife will do it.
That's right. His wife will do it. Wait a minute, that's me.
You and I are servants of the Lord's people.
Oswald, we can't let her do that.
Of course we can. Can we, Pete?
I should say not.
Pete will do it instead.
That's right, I will do the same.
You're a real
Me?
sparrow.
But I don't even know how to.
We'll help you, Cousin Pete.
Yeah, we'll show you everything.
Nonsense. You two make yourself comfortable.
But dear, what's this all about? Like my husband said, make yourselves comfortable.
If you insist.
Oh, I insist. I insist.
Linda May, get yourself back in the kitchen.
But she insisted.
The pastor's wife is right, Grandma Taylor. You're our guest.
You have a seat too, Grandma Taylor. Put your feet up. That's it. Would you like for me to get you a fan?
Get away from me. All right, let me get this straight, Preacher Blue.
It's green.
Whatever. You're the pastor of that fancy church we went to this morning.
Yes, ma'am, that is I.
I'd love to know what your family thought of the service this morning. What about you, young man? What did you think about church? That's funny. He doesn't seem to hear me.
Oh, I hear you just fine, man. I'm just plain ignoring you.
Listen, just shut up.
It was your idea, Grandma.
Mr. Taylor, you're slower than erosion. You ain't supposed to tell him you're ignoring him. You just do it.
But we would really like to know what you thought.
Preacher man, you really want to know what we thought about your church? Because I'm going to lay it all out on the table for you if you want the truth.
Now, Grandma Taylor, you don't have...
Of course, we would want you to be honest. We spend a great deal of time and money on public relations and aesthetic beauty and the effect to to build our church. So if you could sum up our little parish in one word, what would it be?
One word,
One word.
study.
Word.
Oh,
Raid.
It seems like your church members has been starched and ironed, but not many of them has been washed.
But other than that, we liked it just fine.
So dear Miss Taylor, excuse exactly what part of the visit did you find stuffy?
Well, it started when we walked in, and it ended when we walked out.
People don't want to seem intrusive.
When y'all had that part when everybody turned around and shook each other's hand, not one person shook ours.
Maybe they didn't see you.
Honey, we were just wearing our bonnets. I don't think anyone could miss us. But that's not all, preacher. Something else that bothered me was your sermon.
What bothered you about my sermon?
There wasn't one.
I ran out of time.
Because all you talked about all morning was how you needed money to buy the new stained glass windows.
Time got away. Before I knew it, it was 12 o'clock.
And if he doesn't let the people out by 12 o'clock, we'll never hear the end of it.
beg your pardon, Preacher Brown?
It's green.
That's okay. I'm colorblind. Look at these new songs we sung this morning. I got the bulletin right here. I surrender some.
Oh, how I like Jesus.
There shall be sprinkles of blessings. We're afraid that people will be turned off if we come across too forceful.
But couldn't you have at least said something about the resurrection?
There wasn't word one about Jesus' crucifixion, 3 days in the grave, rolling away of the stone. And would you please quit nodding your head like some bobblehead dog?
Sorry, I guess it wouldn't hurt at least to mention those things on Easter Sunday.
I'm done talking. You asked us, so we told you. I'm getting back in the kitchen so we can eat for Sunday.
But I thought I haven't had a chance to ask you about what you thought about the new stained glass window. Go see if you can talk to her. Surely you understand our need for the new windows. Tell them, Mr. Stippenheimer.
You see, First Church of the Stained Glass prides itself on its beauty and elegance. In turn, we hope these things will eventually draw people to our church.
But don't you think talking about Jesus and what he's done for the world would draw people to their church? Don't you think teaching your people about the ways of the good Lord would draw people?
I have an idea. Perhaps we could compromise and place a picture of Jesus in the center of each stained glass window.
Y'all certainly have the right to do church any way you see fit. Who are we to tell you how to do it, preacher? You're nodding your head a lot again.
Sorry.
Look, I'm getting messy in the kitchen. It's so much fun.
Don't forget about Grandma Taylor about you and love.
I tried, but she keeps changing the subject. I better get back to my biscuits.
Yes, what is it?
Pastor Green, it's me again. Sorry to keep bothering you.
What is it this time?
I think you need to come down to the church.
I can't right now. A new stained glass window is right in the palm of my hand.
But we have people showing up down here.
Showing up for what?
They say they're here for, what'd you call it again? Spiritual counseling.
Tell them it's Easter Sunday. Church is closed for the rest of the day.
It's not just one or two, but several, and they're members of our church. 3 of them are deacons.
I don't understand.
They say they were really convicted in the service this morning.
How could they have been convicted? All I talked about was raising money for our stained glass windows.
I don't know how to break this to you, sir, but I'm afraid it's the Taylors again.
What do they have to do with that?
They're saying they felt like the Lord spoke to them through that poem that hillbilly recited, and they're asking questions.
What kind of questions?
Questions about the cross and resurrection. You know, Easter type questions.
They are? Easter type questions?
Yes, sir. I didn't know what to say. This has never happened before.
Thank you. I'm on my way.
Pastor Green, is anything wrong?
What? Oh, it seems that there is parishioners seeking spiritual counseling at our church. I see. I've never thought to have counselors available for us such an occasion.
What are you going to do?
I need to round up some quality spiritual saints who are in touch with the Lord, and I must do it quickly. Mr. Tippenheimer?
Yes, sir.
Do you mind if I borrow the Taylors for a couple of hours?
The Taylors?
Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, your humble little family, it seems to have inadvertently caused a sanctified resurgence in our church.
I'm sorry.
Elkin, he means you may have started a revival.
Revival? Us?
Yes, the poetry Fester shared this morning seems to have spoken to the hearts of our people. They're asking questions about Jesus and the Easter story.
Excuse me, Pastor Green, but do you happen to know if anyone mentioned my dress?
It would be a great help if your family could come along and help me out. I'm not sure what I would say to everyone.
Cousin B, we're your company. Is it okay with you?
Go ahead, Elkin. We'll be here when you get back.
Honey, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind if I had a couple copies of your poetry to hand out to people.
I'd be honored, Creature Lavender.
Green.
I'm cooking biscuits. I never knew the kitchen could be such a fun place. And Grandma Taylor's so patient with me.
You must rush to the church. Get your things.
To the church on a Sunday? Is anything wrong?
On the contrary, it's easy. Quite fine. I'll explain in the car. Mr. Taylor, I'll see you at the church.
Sure thing, preacher.
Remind me to get that biscuit.
It's refreshing to see someone go to church with the records.
Brother Aggie.
But what other reason is there besides worshiping and learning about Jesus?
There are plenty of other reasons.
But we won't go there right now.
You better get going. The pastor needs all of you.
Fester, get Grandma.
Grandma!
Are you sure you don't mind us coming, Cousin Oswald?
Not at all. You have a gift. Go use it.
What in Sam Hill is this all about?
We'll tell you about it in the trip. Come on.
Come on, Linda May. I'll race you to the truck.
Don't be crazy. I ain't running in my Easter best.
You're right. What was I thinking? Hey, that ain't fair. You cheated.
Well, I just got noodles on the table.
We'll take care of it, Grandma Taylor.
And we'll wait until you get back to eat.
I was so embarrassed at the church that I didn't even listen to what Fester's poem said.
Oh, I have a copy of it right here. Elkin gave it to me.
I feel something wrong.
I don't know about you guys.
Are you saying to
It's important Easter Sunday in the life of our church. I guess we all learned a lesson, huh?
I learned there's more to church than trying to find your date.
I learned that the church is not a country club.
I learned that attending church just to be seen is hypocritical.
Well, I have learned the most important lesson of them all. I look terrible in gray.
Let's go check on the